Wading knee-deep through assorted piles of junk and heaps of trash, Pansy is poking around, looking for useful stuff that might have been discarded amongst all this general detritus. She tries to avoid drawing parallels here with what her life had been like before the world had abruptly ended. Her teenage rebellion had dragged on into a number of years of listless drifting, as she graduated slowly by degrees from joyful delinquent to seasoned criminal. In angrily rejecting her old friends and family, she realizes she had lost at least as much as she had gained with the freedom that she thought she so wanted. Freedom from their rules and repressions and demands on her to conform. She certainly was free from all that now, but had it really been all that bad? And how much of it had been down to her? And where in fact had all that seething resentment come from in the first place, she wonders. Being all alone, in danger, with nowhere to go, and nobody left to turn to, she begins to realize just what it is that she had thrown away over the years. Picking through the trash, she wonders now what she might be able to rescue from the garbage can of her relationships, if she ever got the chance to reconnect.
Got a feeling that I might die tonight. Woke up in the morning, braving for a brand new day.
We're going to press on with fetching, carrying, setting up, building and making. Pansy is off to set up the junkyard in the spot that we favour at the back of the laundrette. It looks a bit like a junkyard to begin with. So we're going to set up here, and I think we have everything we need. The base materials are quite straightforward, and then you have to use your first bag of trash. So we should have all those bits we can craft. We'll just pop it down here, and this will be our small junkyard to begin with. And then we can sift through the small bags of trash, and then we can work on it and increase the junkyard to a medium tier and then large, and get progressively better stuff from larger boxes of and bags of rubbish. But here we go, that's the empty junkyard. How do we do this bit? This is all new to me. I'm learning as I go. It's not that it's hard, it's just that some things are done on proximity and some things are done by... Pansy, where have you gone? You're hiding. Ah, get down there, right. Yeah, some things are done with proximity, like it just has to be nearby, and some things have to be in your inventory. Some things must be clicked on, and some things have to be picked from menus. So it would seem, anyway. I'm sure I've got half of it wrong, at least, if not more. Yep, there we go. What do we have to do? Refill it. Ah, just stand in it. There you go. We have to. So there's a combination of things. And maybe if we would have clicked the bag while standing in the junkyard, that might have done it as well. Moot point. It's done. I'll have to go grab some more small bags, and I think I know where a couple of medium-sized boxes are. So my idea is to pick them up when we find them. Obviously we'll search through the ones that we can, depending on the current size of the junkyard heap, and see what we get. But we can't check that out, Pansy, now until you find another bag of trash. I'm trying to remember where we may have seen some, or if we stored any in any of our locations where we keep various bits, but I can't recall. I've always had it in the back of my mind as something, but I think this is also a level up on the book, the removal of the book cover as the lottery. Not in those. I thought there might have been some in the dumpsters, but no, not small bags at all. There's a couple of bad guys there lurking. Yeah, maybe need to see them off before we do anything else. I don't think they're brutes or ferals. Yeah, zombie and grabber, is it? Well, soon to be X, whatever he may be. Oh good, there's maintenance, though what's good for maintenance isn't super for the machete. Anyway, we need to go picking some stuff up. Now in here, check the bin, there might be garbage in the bin. No, but we do want the medium box for later, but we can't use it straight away. So grab that. Empty aluminium can. We haven't specifically seen aluminium mentioned, and I'm getting kind of wise to the fact that seemingly irrelevant things can have great significance later on. So we will grab the aluminium can, we'll get rid of the rest, and then we're going to take this bin, this garbage can, recycling bin, whatever it is, back to the wood shop, because we need one there for keeping stuff neat and tidy. Yeah, drop some things into these racks here. And there's some good stuff for down the line. What else is there? There's some more smith tongs. We've got a couple of pairs of them. No, I don't think we need to take any of that just now. However, that's interesting. The pallet of logs will be handy a little bit later on. We'll leave it here for now because we're going to be toing and froing. And one of the things that Pansy's doing is practicing her sprinting. Because having picked up a level of it quite easily, I'm going to try and see if we can't add to that and get a bit quicker on our feet to keep out of the clutches of the rapid moving zombie types. Okay, drop this down in the corner, and then we've got somewhere to put our wrappers and odds and ends and the absolute junk that we can't use for anything else. Can go in here rather than litter the place up. However, the fish food might be useful yet. If we're going to have a pond of fish, I don't know. I haven't looked into animals too much. That could be like a season 2 set of activities. Right. Let's tidy up the wood shop. Make things easier on the eye. We're tired, we're hungry, we're thirsty, agitated and sweaty. Oh, what a pretty picture we are. Okay, attend to our woes, get our head down and push on. Push on with more of the same. 6 o'clock in the morning. Will soon be about our business. Now, in here, in the back, I think there is a little trash can somewhere, if I recall. Yeah, we're we're going to use this in the other base, the other little hidey hole that we have in the house, the original one. Because that room is getting, well, it's drowning under the weight of all the bits of garbage that we've created. So we're going to hop in and tidy this up. Yep. There's quite a lot of stuff here lying around the place. Can't tell what's good, what's bad, what's indifferent. That's all our electronic stuff in that clothes hamper. Throw out the junk. Pansy, you're getting sorted. I do like it. That's better. More pleasing. Maybe in due course we can do something about these ripped sheets and give you some proper curtains back, because they do look kind of grim and desperate. And there's no need for it. Right. Checking through one or two bits. I need to make a collection of tools, so the carpentry bench is going to hold lots of tools for us, and it's got it's like two cupboards as well as having the functionality of the bench. So one cupboard can be for tools and the other one for consumables like glue and duct tape, etc. Well, that's my idea at the moment, when we get ourselves fully sorted out. Right, and also we take these MREs into the main base kitchen area, and the pallet we can use in the wood shop, because pallets are useful. I'm gonna stack up lumber and logs and all kinds of things. Ingots, I do believe. Right. Yeah, may as well check this other garage out. Is this door open? I'm not sure. No, we haven't. We've been in all the garages and stuff, but there have been things at the time, not that I would have overlooked, but not had any use for. And I'm hoping that there's all kinds of crafting goodies. No. What's here? I don't know what the fire extinguisher's for, but there is a method for breaking into gun stores if you don't have the sledgehammer. For knocking the doors open, you can partially burn the building down and use the extinguisher to stop the flames spreading and destroying the building's contents. Anyway, might try that later. Yeah, take the tools, the implements, because even though they're junk at face value, I've noticed various things crop up. And let's have a barbecue for outside the wood shop as well, because when you got to do a little bit of cooking more to get the ability to dissect zombies and harvest their bones and whatnot, so that's something we can try out. But I need to do a little bit of cooking to hurry that up. Anyway, we're starting to get our act together. Yeah, chuck the stuff away here that you forgot to throw away in the last place. Let's drop some of this stuff off. Yeah, the barbecue that can sit here. Yeah, little outside kitchen area. Not sure it's absolutely necessary, but I can maybe put all the scrap wood or some of the scrap wood in there, and then it'll be handy. So I think we need the scrap wood for charcoal for our smithing business when we get to that, but we also do need fuel for various things, not least of which doing a bit of cooking. Okay, rest up, get rid of that exhaustion. Carrying heavy loads around the place. What have we got that we need to stow away? What I'd really like is some trash bags to try out that sifting and sorting thing, if I can. Anyway, while we're here, let's grab a bite to eat. I'm conscious that we are doing an awful lot of work and not a lot of eating, which means we'll lose weight. So even though we've got lots of food, we won't gain weight if we don't consume enough of it. And Pansy, you never sit still. You're always burning up your calories as quick as what you get them. However, pineapple, fruit salad, etc. That'll keep you going for a bit. Weight's still going down. Well, we'll arrange for you some sessions of needlecraft, which is sedentary. But then, having said that, we throw ourselves into endless rounds of burpees to build up the strength. I think the answer has got to be chocolate and peanut butter. That's the only way it's going to work. What do we got here? More medium. That's not what... well, we do want it eventually, but it'll not work in the little junkyard. Nobody about. Right. Drop off the medium boxes. And where might we find... where do we need to look next? I know where there might well be one. In the church. In the accommodation bit next to the church. We might find trash cans in the offices there. Worth a look. Right, like here. Well, two such things. Fantastic. Yeah. Okay. Right, let's see how we do with these. It's like a lucky dip, a lottery. Your trash bag is the entry ticket to the draw. What do we get? Sifting through. What have we gotten? Looks like scrap metal and an empty methylamine bottle for chemistry crafting. Right. At this point, Pansy, we gotta lift the heavy stuff. Grab it up. A lot of logs and another pallet for good measure. I like it. And a wood sheet. Who knows, but we should definitely take that back to the wood shop. Right, that's Pansy sprinting under a very heavy load. Not really the quickest. Let's zip her on artificially. Speed it up. Okay. Right. Exhaustion, tiredness, overheated, sweating, burdened. We'll drop it all off. We don't need to be giving her a hernia. She is working like a Trojan. Is that what? I don't particularly know why Trojans are hard working. But that's a thing, isn't it? Don't know. I seem to recall it. That must be something to do with heroic efforts, which she's certainly making. Right, we've got logs. We've got planks. Just to get the right permutation of them all. With the ropes and the hammers and the nails, no doubt, we can make ourselves a sawbuck, which, as far as I know, is something that makes the production of planks from logs rather more efficient. I think by using the sawbuck to saw the logs, we get 4 planks rather than 3, and then if we get the pro saw, the bow saw or whatever it's called, that produces another 1, so we would get 5 planks for every log. So now what with pallets and ropes producing larger amounts of logs and moving them around is easier, and then with the sawbuck, when we build it, we will be more productive yet. Though I'm not entirely 100% sure what the next project that would require a vast supply of planks is, but I'm sure there will be one. But for right now, I'm just working on the basis of getting set up is not a bad thing. Though now, at the end of a very long day, have yourself a good feast of meal ready to eat and rest, because tomorrow we're going to build that sawbuck for sure. And if nothing else, it will add to the workshop ambience of the room, as does indeed these pallets, well, lumber stacks, but we're going to pop the 3 lumber stacks onto a pallet. I think it's just requiring the pallets themselves, of which now I'll have 2, and the rope. Whether it's normal rope or thick rope, I'm not sure, but we have both types, and that's something that's quite possible to interchange one for the other. I've done that already. Thick rope becomes thin rope becomes thick rope, which is logical, I suppose. Right. So that's a log. There are 4 log stacks. No? Oh, stack of 4 logs. There are 3 stacks, so we've got 12 logs, right? Okay, cool. Of which we'll need some for the sawbuck itself, but the sawbuck also requires planks, but that's okay. We've got quite a few of those. So, bring it all together. Bring it all together. Yeah, just burden yourself temporarily with everything you need. I guess that's one way to do it. add up for some reason. Is it because I'm carrying too much? Yeah, probably. Yeah, because it weighs 20. I'm not sure. Not sure at all about that. An energy bar. Okay. If you're energized, Pansy, let's make a pile of all the things. What have we got here? Yeah, drop them down and then if it rains, they'll be filled up. Got that chicken wire as well. I might, not sure the chicken wire weighs a lot, but I don't know how many units, whatever that was. But never mind. Nope, still can't pick it up. Never mind. We'll just have to do the heavy lifting ourselves. Yeah, grab half. Does that give us enough? 5 planks. Right, there's planks and logs and ropes. Does it work? Not yet, huh? Well, it's not appearing in the list. No, so what's the actual recipe? I think these are the things we need, it's just I'm not completely sure of how many of each. A bit of lag. Yeah, it's a very long list and it's not a very helpful thing to filter on all. Okay, sawbuck needs. Yeah. Grab them up off the floor. And then out of here, half of those, that's another 5. Okay, that should give us what we need. Make a sawbuck. It is a fearsome looking thing as well. Quite a long timed action too. Not the sort of thing you need to be building in an emergency situation. Though I'm not entirely sure what an emergency sawbuck would be precisely used for. Okie dokie. How do we think over here? We have to just drop it off, do we? Some things need to be dropped, some things need to be placed, some things need to be built. This is a dropping thing. I'm not entirely sure how we actually employ it. Do we just need to be near it and things get better? Some things work like that. Some things need to be used directly. Let's try. Let's just grab a log, I think, and saw it up when we're just standing nearby it. Okay, here we go. Saw away. Right. Well, how many did it produce? 3. Well, that wasn't any better than normal, so I don't think that's how we do. Maybe it has to be done directly off of the sawbuck itself. Makes sense though, right? We actually make planks rather than sawing them. Okay. And it makes 4. There we go. That's your bonus plank. Hoorah. Okay. Right, what about these pallets and lumber stacks? So a lumber stack has got 12 planks, I believe. So if I can get these 3 on, do we need to put 3 or can I put 1? I think it'll have to be fully palleted up, and then you break the pallet down, then you break, like the MRE boxes. You know, the pallet had a number of boxes, take the boxes off, the box has a number of meals in it. Yeah, so I guess I'm going to have to put the full complement of stacks onto the pallet, but I can try adding 1. What rope is it that I need? Thick rope or rope? I don't know. Oh, very heavy indeed. Crushing it to death, Pansy, to do your experiment. Nope, that's... Scroll down. There are many things you can put on a pallet. Electrum. Oh, I like the idea of a spike trap though. That's very interesting. Have a look at that in a minute. There we go. Pallet of lumber. There we are. That answers our question. Lumber stacks 3, 1 in hand. There we go. I've now got a massive, great big pallet of lumber. Drop it off. Oh, it looks great. Hey, I like it. So that's what, 36 planks in one carryable thing as well. How interesting. How very interesting indeed. Right, on the right hand side of the bench we put the consumables, on the left hand side we put the tools. Okay, well I think that will do us. I'll leave Pansy tidying up the shop.
I'm crazy, crazy on inside. Got a feeling that I might die tonight. Woke up in the morning.